Hello, Virgo. Welcome to Ula Tea Leaf Readings. My name is Lenor, and tonight I'm going to be reading your tea leaves. So, tonight we have, yes, the Knight of Cups. I think it's my favorite card. Some days it's like my second or third, but yes, this archetype is my favorite. It is all about those emotional waters. It is all about the bringing that life source to whatever it is that you're creating, right? If you have a garden and you've planted the seeds in that beautiful earth, and there's the sun and all of the oxygen that one might need, and right, you bring that water and you pour it on the dirt, and yeah, right, everything combines and it brings life forth. And so whenever I get this card, or whenever I get to read for this card, I'm so excited because I know that it's like this peak emotional moment in your life. And it's one that is hopeful, right? It's one that it's not corrosive, at least not yet, right? But it is the knowing that you can navigate through this. There's a confidence there, there is a knowing there, and there is a wisdom that is emerging. Okay, so let's go ahead. We're going to turn this thing, I'm like teacup, tea bowl, plate, whatever. It's it's a little bit of everything, right? And we knock 3 times just to be polite. We're gonna lift this up and take a look. And I wanna go ahead and say thank you so much for deciding to click on this reading to check it out. If this is your first time, welcome to the channel. And if you are returning, welcome back, welcome home. It's so lovely to see you again. And let's go ahead and start. So we have a face immediately. I have the eyes, we have the nose right in here, and this would be the mouth. Now it looks like a beard as well, and maybe kind of longer hair. It to me reads as maybe an older masculine energy. I'm not sure who yet though. We're going to have to look a little bit more. Now, we also have, and look at how clear this is. Now, if you've never seen a tea leaf reading or never had one, you will be amazed at how clear some of these images come out, right? Look at the 36. Look at that. It's just amazing to me. It's amazing to me, the stuff that comes through. So we have number 36. And I want to find out who that person is. Who is this older male energy? Now we have a dog as well. Two dogs. Okay, so the first one I saw, and let me see. I'm going to use this card. So let's just cover, let's see, where is it? Yeah, let's cover this part up because there's also another dog. Now, let's see if I can hold these without dropping anything. You can see the eye right here, the eyebrow line kind of, furrowed. Is that the right word? Furrowed? That doesn't seem right. Oh my gosh, in the comments, tell me if it's wrong. If you know me at all, if you've watched my readings, you know that I mix words up, I mispronounce them, I make up my own words. I wouldn't consider myself a stupid person, not at all, but maybe somebody who is self-taught. and really not good at retaining everything that I read or that I hear on YouTube, because I learn a lot from my YouTube videos that I watch and stuff. But yes, anyways, it is, looks angry. Now we have the nose down here. Here's the snoot, and kind of looks like it is in, not yet super aggressive, but getting there. Okay, now we move this and we're going to put it back over here, and we look up here, and actually I should have kept that maybe. Let's block off this. Sometimes it's easier to block off parts so you can kind of see it separately. So right here, we have what looks like, I saw it first, let's see if I can figure out how to hold this. I saw it first as kind of it looks like a wolf. Now here's the eye, and here's the head, and it goes down into, like, this would be the snoot area and the nose, right? But now it almost kind of looks like a pig. I think it looks more like a pig than a dog. So we have a pig, we have a dog, okay? I'm reading this as somebody very protective in your life, somebody who is probably like a best friend. It could be a mother, a caretaker, father, sibling, your adult children. You know, it doesn't have to be what we would consider like our, you know, a friend outside of the bloodline, right? But it is somebody who is kind of like your ride or die. They're always there, always have your back. Now, the pig, to me, really is kind of a symbol of prosperity, but risky, right? Like it reminds me of when you hear about somebody that's won the lottery and then, like, they just give up on life because it's so much pressure. So I feel like it's almost kind of like this abundance, but there's like that curse that goes with it. And it's not, I wouldn't call it a curse, right? It's the balancing aspect of the thing, right? You're not gonna like start being successful for no reason, right? Although, I mean, I guess. There's plenty of stuff on the internet, especially, that you look at and you think, why is this popular? Like, you know? But yeah, you might not realize that these people are working hard, even if it seems like easy content, you know, all these like shorts and stuff. Yeah, people put a lot of work into it. So I feel like this is almost kind of like somebody in your life who has done really well, and I almost feel like they have an opportunity for you, or like you could go work for the family business, or, you know, like they're willing to help you out, or maybe you're even like married to them, you know, and it's like they keep trying to get you involved in like whatever they're doing, or, you know, whatever it is. But it's almost kind of like flying too close to the sun. The line is just so narrow, right? And I feel like for you, it's almost kind of like, you know, I want to do this thing. I would love to go all in on it, but I can clearly see there are a lot of like pitfalls within this, whatever it is, right? And this is different for each of us, right? Like for me, I know plenty of people in the food industry, right? A service industry, the restaurant, bar, whatever. If I was called up one day by one of my, you know, friends or old, people that I worked with, coworkers, that's the word. And they said, oh, I opened a bar. You should come and bartend for me. we're doing great and you'd make lots of money and oh, what a great opportunity. But for me, I'm an addict and I know I cannot work in a bar. I just can't. I probably would be fine most of the time. It's been years of recovery, but you never know, right? There could be that one moment, that one little decision, and you're in a place where everything around you is pulling you in that direction. So I feel like that's what this symbol of the pig, right? But we also have that fierce protector. And it could be that this is the same person. This could be that this is even you within yourself. But what I do feel like is there is somebody in your life who maybe has good intentions, but they don't necessarily realize how they affect people. Or their bottom line is about making money. Even if they know this is a risky thing for this person to do, right? So it's hard to say. But I feel like there's this fierce protective energy, like, don't do it. Don't get involved in that. You know better. So I don't know what it is, but I just feel like more than anything, it's something that pulls you away from the work that you're intended to do, right? Your true will. We've all had these periods in our lives. We've all had jobs or schedules or whatever that kept us from doing the stuff that we know that we were put here to do, right? We decided to manifest as human beings on this, often chaotic planet to do what, right? Each of us have our purpose. And sometimes, we got to pay the bills. And sometimes you go, days, weeks, months, even years without focusing on the work at hand. What is that work? I don't know. Maybe you're an artist on the side. Maybe you're doing self-work. Maybe you're, some high initiated, sorcerer or something. I don't know. Whatever it is, this path that seems like it could be, lucrative will be distractive. And so this is a choice here. What the right choice or wrong choice, I don't know. That's individual as well for each of us. But I do feel like, we're Virgos, and I am a Virgo myself. We're pragmatic more than anything. We do indulge our feelings. I would say we're quite indulgent with our emotions, our feelings, the way, our sensations, the way things make us feel. I talked about this in one of the last readings. It's like, as a Virgo, we're like obsessed with our atmosphere. Like, we're the people that have like the certain lighting and like the certain smells in our house and certain colors and textures, and we're really about a vibe. That's important to us. So I feel like for you though, it's just, I don't know. I feel that there is a sense of wanting some kind of union, right? We have a person here. We have a person here. This one's got a heart, right? There's a heart right in between the two. And handing something over. I'm imagining this is like a, like a proposal. Some kind of unification. The lovers. Above we have the Two of Discs. which is like in the Thoth system, it looks like the 8 or infinity, and also Ouroboros, or Ouroboros, or however you want to say it. So we have choices, we have love, we have wanting for, that's the big thing. I think there's this wanting for love. But you feel like a fool? Look at this, it says fool. Right as I was saying that, F-O-O-L, fool. But I think that, yeah, you know, as Virgos, we are pretty cynical. I'm going to be real about that. We like to feel, we like to be in love, we like to argue too, right? Like well, my husband might hear this. Don't tell him. Shout out to my husband over at Dove and Serpent Tarot. But I like to fight just as much as I like to, you know, be all in love. And I mean, it depends on what we're, you know, what are we arguing about? Like, how serious is it? How angry is anybody getting? I like a very light, very light bickering sometimes. You know, but we indulge our feelings. But I feel like we also don't like to be made a fool of, right? And that's why I'm always on my readings saying, whenever something comes up and it's like, oh, it looks like your ex is kind of in your mind or coming around or whatever, or, you know, whatever it is. And I'm always like, do not go backwards. Don't look them up. Don't answer the call. Do not wonder what they're doing. None of that. And this is what it comes down to, is there's something about going back to old things that really emphasizes the feeling of being a fool or being made a fool of, right? Or just being a fool. And you got to put that fool archetype on to go back to whatever that was, right? So I feel like for you, the big thing here is like, I don't want to be made a fool of. I also wonder if you had like a very domineering, this kind of makes sense, a very kind of like domineering mother figure, or maybe grandmother or sister, somebody. Okay, so we have a person standing here raising their hand. It almost looks like a broom to me, right? Like they're gonna hit somebody with a broom. I almost wonder if that first face that we saw, this older masculine energy, if this is who was kind of your protector. That's who, like, when things got too heated in the house, like you went out to the shop and hung out with dad or grandpa or whatever, right? But I know none of us want these like love readings, but I feel like, and we have, look at this heart with it has the arrow through it. You can see there's the back of the arrow and the front right here. So I know there's going to be a love affair of some kind in this next cycle, this next season. So spring or fall, wherever you are in the north or the south hemisphere, there's gonna be some kind of love affair. Now, if you're married, I'm not saying you're cheating or anything like that, but it could be like a renewal of your interest in one another, right? And if you've been married for any amount of time, there's a waxing and waning that often happens over the years. And so this one is going to be like full on, right? Very connected. Now, maybe you're dating somebody and it's getting more serious, or maybe you meet somebody, right? Maybe you finally ask that person out. Maybe, you really hit it off. You get set up with somebody, that you really like. Whatever it is, I feel like there's a lot of like an intense romance feeling, Okay. Now, maybe you're just reading a really good romance novel and it's just like super in your psyche. I don't know. But I do feel like there is a turn towards, yeah, wanting that a little bit of romantic fulfillment. Okay. That's all right. We all want that once in a while. Now we also have, it looks like the name, or it could just be Ivy, but it's Ivy, okay? Ivy. Maybe it's the beauty. I love nothing more than like a northeastern building, right? Like with bricks, like in New England, with all the ivy growing up the side. So beautiful. I love a house with ivy on it. So beautiful. So maybe it's that. Maybe you have a beautiful house with ivy growing. Now we have a volcano. I think they just turned on the TV upstairs. I just heard somebody screaming. Okay, so we have a coin. We have the Ace of Coins. We also have, it looks like a little pigeon or a dove or something next to like a bowl of food or seed or some kind of sustenance. So I feel like there's going to be some news about money coming through. The money's not going to show up, but I think there's the opportunity, right? And that's that Ace of Discs energy. It's not in your hand yet, but there is the opportunity to make the money. Now, this is interesting because we were talking about making that decision. Do you just like, you know somebody who's doing something, it's making them money, but it's risky for you in particular for whatever reason, or is there like something that makes more sense? It might not be as exciting or glamorous, but I do feel like you have options here. And I feel like you're going to make the right choice for yourself, whatever your situation might be, okay? So I do feel like money is coming, especially kind of in the next few, I don't know, weeks or months, but not right the second. Like it's not falling in your lap right now, but it is coming. It's like down to you making decisions about like which way are you going here. But I feel like I just keep thinking of that, like everybody eats. So I feel like it's going to be something that, and this is why I think that you're not going to try to make that easy money. I feel like it's like you're inspired to kind of do your own thing, do it your way, right? And it's more work and it's going to take longer, but dang it, it's yours, right? Nobody can tell you, like you can't do this, you got to do that, whatever. Like it's your thing. And I feel like that is much more in line, on brand for a Virgo. Right? Like, of course, we're going to take the help if we need, if we really need it. I'm going to take the job, whatever it is, if that's like what's there. But if there is just a little sneaking possibility that I could do my own thing and make my own little bit of money, that's what I'm going to do. I don't know that there's ever been a Virgo that was good at having a boss, right? I mean, we'll do it, and we'll do it with a smile, but it's not for us. So let's go ahead. We're going to do our 3 lucky numbers. Number 37, 24, 42. Now, we're also going to do our self-care affirmation cards, and I'm just going to flip through, stop where it feels right. And it says, celestial embrace. I am made of stardust. I am connected to the energy of the universe. The same light that shines from the stars shines through me. I am held in celestial embrace. My life is sacred. My life is sacred. Say it with me. Like, my life is sacred. Dang it. It is. It is sacred. Well, Virgo, I want to tell you I love you. I'm going to hurry up here. I'm late to make dinner. So, yes, I love you. Thank you for spending this time with me. If you want to like, subscribe, or leave a comment, I would love to hear from you. Other than that, we'll talk in a few days. Please take care of yourself. Make good choices. I know you will. I know you will. All right. Love you. Bye-bye.